My name is Rebecca Araromi. I'm from Nigeria, West Africa. And I come all the way from Africa for this conference because I live there. In 2001, January, I was diagnosed for cancer. They call it carcinoma. That's what they call it, invasive carcinoma of the breast. And when I heard that, the name created fear in my heart. Of course, I didn't know much. I just knew that cancer kills. But I didn't know how it kills, what it does for people. And I wasn't ready to die because I have small children then. So I began to look for what to do. I was asking people, and I was told to go to hospital. The hospital that diagnosed me was different, and he now directed me to another hospital in my country. And I went there, and they took the slide and confirmed it was really true. Then I asked them what I will do, and I was told I will have to do mastectomy, radiation, and chemotherapy. But before then, that I will have to do oophorectomy. And before all those things. Well, because I didn't know anything about cancer, I've not heard about the treatment, I didn't know of any alternative. That was 2001. I didn't know of anything, so I was out for anything. I just wanted to be well because I thought that was what would make me to be well. And then the oncologist told me, because we go to the same church, and he told me and said, look, the truth is, after you have been treated for this, another cancer can show up in the second breast, even after mastectomy. Then I just told them, I said, well, you can remove the both breasts. I wouldn't need it. I'm done with giving birth to children. So he told me, and I said, no, let's do it one by one. But that one set me thinking, if chemotherapy will be the solution, why would I expect it again in the second breast? Well, but I didn't know what else to be done. So I went into prayer because I'm a Christian. I went into prayers. And 3rd March 2001, I heard a voice telling me, take this case out of this country. And I was asking, take this case out of this country because I knew it would cost a lot of money. And I didn't have money. But the voice didn't say any other thing. In short, my church heard about it, and the leader of my church and the organization took it upon themselves to sponsor me. And I was taken to London, Nottingham City, that's in North London, for the treatment. And when I got there, I went with the slide, and it was confirmed that I had cancer. And then the oncologist asked me, how long did you see the lump before you took it out? And I said, it was 8 months. Because I saw the lump May 2000, and I took it out January 2001. And then he said, oh, you are too late. You are too late. I said, what is that supposed to mean? I said, well, that means we can't do mastectomy for you because it can't help you. We can't give you chemotherapy, it can help you. But because you have paid before you left your country, we will do radiation for you. But before everything, we've got to take you to the theater again, do second biopsy, and then check things, and then take some of your lymph nodes. So 6th of June, 2001, I was taken to the theater, and they took some of the tissue from my breast again, and then removed my 4 lymph nodes from me. But when I was discharged to be healed before starting the radiation. And then June 12, I was at home, and I heard this voice again and said, go and open the television. I opened television, lo and behold, I saw one woman, Dr. Lorende from California here. And she was testifying on God's channel in London, how she went through cancer and she refused mastectomy. And yet, she's a doctor. She refused mastectomy and other things like that. I just kidding. I wanted to do what the woman did. So I ordered for her VHS. Then it was VHS, there was no DVD then. So I ordered for it. So I was waiting for it to come before the radiation would start, but it didn't come. So by July, I had to start radiation. I had 30 shots of radiation, and that 30 shots of radiation peeled my breast like you peeled an orange. And it was so painful. I knew I was dying. And my oncologist said, well, what we'll do, you just have to go home to Nigeria, just see your children and come back again. And I told them, I'm going back to Nigeria to die. I'm not coming back to this place, because by that time, I have now known that they are trying to just prepare me for death. And I was not ready to die outside my home. I wanted to die at home. So I went back to Nigeria. And then I didn't like to take salad. I wasn't a friend of salad, but I was having little interest. I was taking. And at one time, I had a dream, and a doctor told me, a white man, a doctor told me in my dream, stop eating chicken. And when I woke up, even though I didn't know the connection between chicken and this, I obeyed, and I was no longer eating chicken, but I was eating other things. So November 14, 2001, suddenly somebody knocked my door, and the person came with a box, the box of my VHS that I ordered from California in June, came in November 14. And I opened it, I found the VHS. Number one of the VHS said, cancer doesn't scare me anymore. I slotted it in, I watched, and Dr. Lorende explained everything. Then I took the second one. He said, diseases don't just happen. Wow. I watched and I was amazed. So I caused this for myself. So I took responsibility. Then number three, I took it, he said, you can't improve on God. There, she outlined what she did to be well. So I made up my mind, I'm going to do that. Just that. That November 14, I threw away all drugs because it was no longer working for me. Threw away all drugs, all other things. I changed my diet. I went cold turkey. And I changed my diet to plant-based diet. I stopped eating animal protein, dairy, sugar, everything that the woman said. And also I began to do exercise, even though I didn't have energy. I couldn't walk a block away. But I started exercise anyhow. And I would walk a little and sit down and walk a little and sit down. By that time, my breast was big, hot, 24/7. And well, I just started to do what I needed to do. And I was juicing. The woman told about juicing. I was juicing. I was taking 8 cups of carrot juice every day, 4 cups of green juice, and 1 cup of orange juice. I was taking that 13 cups every day. I didn't mind any other food. If I have chance, I eat some salad or other things. Now, in one of the VHS, Dr. Lorende also talked about Hallelujah diet. So I got across Hallelujah diet, and then I was able to get Barley Max and Fiber Cleanse from them. Those are just the 2 things I got from them. They are in North Carolina. I was in Nigeria. And that was how I started. And in 3 weeks, my pains were getting reduced. The engorged breast was shrinking. Oh, is that so? I kept on doing whatever I was doing. I was taking water, getting sunshine, exercise, and I was so serious about everything. And in a nutshell, in 8 months, my cancers were gone. But by the grace of God, this is 18 years. I've not had one single reversal because of the grace of God, and 2, because I made up my mind I'm not going back to the type of food I ate. I didn't go back to my old lifestyle. I kept on to this plant-based diet and living my life. Anywhere I go in the whole world, I am myself. I do not want to join. I do not want to change, because I know this is what has made me to be well. And it has so much helped me that I've been living like that. And since I started the center, the Lord has helped me so much to help many people. And one of my clients came over 2012, 2011 and 12, and she had cancer, and then she was told to do mastectomy, but she ran to my center, and I taught her how to change her diet. And the woman changed her diet, and she got well. And she has gotten 2 babies after she got well.